to you from the Radio for One studios in Franklin, Michigan. Welcome to the Detroit Cast.
Big fan. Big fan.
A show not just free of charge, but free of FCC regulations.
Thank you for your support of the Detroit Cast.
Oh, there it is.
And without further delay, it's showtime. Please welcome the Detroit Cast. Here are your hosts, Mike and Jay.
Yeah, hello everybody. Welcome to the show, Mike and Jay. Shalom, baby. Hello, Jay.
Miguel, what's new?
Oh, not much. Tough morning, dude. Hard to concentrate today, I'll be honest with
What
you.
happened, man?
Did you happen to see my new pool boy?
I did. Hard to concentrate. It's hard to concentrate.
Oh, my Lord. Dude.
First, back up.
Back.
You have a pool boy.
I do.
What does said pool boy do?
Who
Everything.
cares?
Yeah,
Who
whatever you ask.
cares? No, I I got the new coping and tile, right? And so there's a lot of dust from that job that is accumulated at the bottom of the pool. And so I was just going to take care of it myself, no big deal. But I was having trouble, like, getting it clean on the bottom. So I was like, all right, I need to get a guy. So I just called
Need a pro.
I called the pool company that usually, and I'll have them come out like once every couple weeks. It's like $50 or something. And they come out and they vacuum and they backwash it, all that stuff. And so I was like,
Then they sent this drink of water.
Oh.
My goodness gracious.
I am sitting there. I've got my glass. I look terrible. I mean, this is not how I want to be seen. You know, I don't mind you guys seeing me in this state, but this is not how I want to present myself to new people.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting there at the computer, and I just, out of the corner of my eye, I'm just like, what? And in walks, I don't know, a 6'2", strapping hulk of a man, shirtless.
What's his name? Looks like Jameson or something
barefoot,
like that.
Brandon or something. And I was just, I mean,
Just saunters in and starts cleaning.
Yeah,
Starts
just-
scrubbing. Yeah.
I was like, dude, this looks like an 80s porn film.
He doesn't
Like
introduce it. He doesn't come to the front door.
Nah.
Oh, the
Does he
music
need to?
starts. Bah, 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 bah.
Well, you know, all I could picture was like, I was waiting. Edie, you have my song there. I was just waiting for Moving in Stereo. It was playing in my head. You know what I mean?
So you're in the dining room then?
Yeah.
Looking out the window.
And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this comes sauntering back. Hey, Brad. I felt like him. I'm in my Pirates uniform from work, my fast food job, you know? It's obviously a reference to Phoebe Cates and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. And he's like, yeah. He's like looking out the window and
He's like,
word.
absolutely agreed.
He's
Guy's
like,
hot.
I mean, I just wouldn't fault anybody if they went upstairs and just peeked out the window and took care of themselves. I was like, yeah, I actually went outside. I was like, I can't go out there alone. I'm too nervous. And he's
Yeah.
like, okay. So E and I went out there together. And then I got the confidence up to at least strike up a conversation. And
Good.
it's kind of tripping over my words a bit, but I did say, dude, you, honest to God, look like you're out of an 80s porn film, and there's some sexy hot wife that's going to come out with some lemonade. And he actually told us that it has not happened. And he goes, have you banged any housewives?
I want to know. Those are the questions you need to know.
As he's vacuuming shirtless, he's like, no, man.
What was his answer?
He had some weird answer.
I didn't get it. It was like he said he's a man with a strong woman or something. Like
It was
a strong man with a woman. Like I
Yeah,
couldn't tell if
it's-
it meant he had a girlfriend
I know.
or if he just.
I didn't know if he was saying I have a strong man at home that I da-da-da, or strong woman.
But he said strong man, and then also referenced a woman.
All I heard was strong man, and it was just like, oh, I was getting flush, you know. And so yeah, we let him get back to work, but he's got a picture of him there. I don't know. Did you pop it up? You could.
Yeah,
pop it up.
I have.
Yeah.
I
So
have.
people are watching us on YouTube. They can see what my new pool boy looks
It's funny.
like.
It's funny to sneak pictures of people because, like, on one hand, if you're trying to sneak a photo, you know that you're trying to sneak the photo. But on the same hand, with cameras now, you can just kind of retell. Oh, I'm just looking at my phone here.
He's
and-
just out the window taking pictures of him. Good God.
Nice.
The other thing, you know, we discussed briefly the other day, you were having some trouble with a soccer coach that had bailed on you, and so you were going to have to pick up some hours helping out. And I was like, hey, man, if you need me, I'm there. I can help you out, Jay. I know that's a lot of extra work that you weren't planning on this season. I said, I basically know what offsides is.
And I responded, offside, Mike.
Yeah.
It's offside.
It's one of those things where it's right along the lines of he was found not guilty.
It's
which
it's just It drives me crazy. Those two things. It's my only pet peeves in
Yeah.
life. That's it. I get
Oh,
upset
and
about
holding.
nothing
Wait a minute.
else.
What about the holding of the Supreme Court?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruling versus holding.
Ruling versus holding.
All right, three things.
You've got a few smug issues. You don't get that smug tag for nothing.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we're talking about offside, and then it was like, well, in football, is it offsides or is it offside?
Yeah, like NFL football.
Right.
So I start to Google it, or I Bing it, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Google doesn't work here.
Yeah.
I start to Bing it, and I get this distinction between gridiron football
Right.
and British football,
Yeah, the
whatever,
pitch.
however Bing termed it. And I'm like, gridiron football? That just sounds stupid. You know,
Yeah.
how'd that come about? And then it started the conversation like, why the hell is football even called football?
Yeah.
Like, I've long held it should be called tackle ball.
Yeah.
Because it really has very little to do with the feet.
It doesn't make any sense. Like soccer,
It
I don't
ought
know
to be
what
football,
soccer is. Football
as it
like,
is all over the world.
It makes sense. Like you literally only use your foot inside. I mean, head ball maybe, but football is basically what you use is your foot. Like who in the board meeting that when they were trying to discuss what
The
we call
gridiron football
this new
board
gridiron game we have, and the guy that went what about football? I mean, he should have been asked to leave the room. Like he should have been.
It's absurd.
Like, sir, you can leave now. That is ridiculous on every level. How do you possibly justify that?
Yeah,
It makes
such
no
a small
sense.
part of the game. Such a small part.
Do we dare? Like, I'm fine, Jay. Honestly, if you want to stop calling it football, you're not a huge fan of it anyways.
Sometimes you
It's
need
my
to
love.
re-examine these things and
You know
just
what?
ask,
It
why are we doing this? And then
Yeah.
change.
This
Yeah.
does say something about, according to Wikipedia, it does say something about
Are you looking at gridiron
that
football?
that it came from kind of like rugby football / rugby football, so an American started calling it American football. It's a sport where two competing teams vie for control of a ball,
Vie.
which can be
sure.
two teams, VIE, whatever, for control of a ball, which can be kicked through a set of goalposts, run into an
Yeah,
opponent's
no,
goal
we
area.
know what it is.
yeah, we understand.
Totally
No, but
understand
that
what it is.
explains
pretty
why they
confident
It
in
came
the
from
winners.
rugby. I understand you are, but it says it came. There was rugby football.
All right,
So
well,
then I
it's,
guess
understand
it's,
it, but
it's time to reconsider this.
Yeah.
Why the hell are we calling football football? Gridiron football.
I am even comfortable in saying that if you guys want to, I will not call it football from this day forward. If you're cool with that, I mean, if we're gonna make change, we do it. We stand by it.
Let's effectuate some change here. And I
Okay.
say it's either tackle ball or concussion ball.
Oh, God, I didn't even see concussion ball coming. That's not bad.
Tackle ball. I think tackle ball fits better. It's
Okay.
mainly what happens, right?
Yeah. So you looking forward to this upcoming NTL season? And dude, concussion ball should not be just thrown to the side. That's not bad.
Is this what do you think?
I would not call. I'm not calling it concussion ball. So I guess
No.
I'd have to go with tackle ball of those two choices.
Are we comfortable with this? E, are you comfortable getting on board with only calling it tackle ball going
I mean, what
forward?
else?
Sure.
What else is it? Is totally unique about it that like helmet ball or
Yeah, but then you might think it's hockey or something.
yeah.
You know,
Is there some other
I mean-
unique aspect of what we now call gridiron football that
tackle ball.
it's got to be tackle, right?
Yeah,
You're right. The majority of the plays are. I mean, it's all about tackling.
I mean, throw ball.
No.
I mean,
Smear the queer.
yeah, I don't think you're allowed to call it that because that is perfect. Yeah, Smear the Queer was a great game. It was basically backyard tackle ball.
Kill the guy with the ball. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Kill the guy
know.
with the ball. Is that more PC? Kill the guy with the ball. It's too long.
Yeah, National Kill the Ball. Kill the guy
with the ball league.
No, it's got to be
Tackle.
2 words
Tackle
or
ball's
1
great.
word.
It's the NTL.
Hopefully we can get a little groundswell of support here, and I'd love to see it if listeners jumped on board and,
Just changed.
it's just the right thing to do.
just completely changed the name of the game.
I want T-shirts with tackle ball. In fact, my Niners start their tackle ball season this Thursday night.
Excited?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I want to
It's
see.
their first preseason this
Yes.
Thursday.
Yep. I think there's the Cowboys and Giants are playing tackle ball at 7, and then the Niners Cowboys are playing tackle ball at 10.
What is the exhibition tackle ball game that actually matters? Is it the third
Third.
game?
Third.
Okay, that's where the starters
Play into
basically
the-
play into the third period.
Yeah,
or-
yeah, which is
third
dumb. Anyways, I mean, why you have any of them playing?
Yeah.
But yeah. First one is
Well, the owners need those
ridiculous.
the money from those tickets from the exhibition
Full
games.
price, man.
Which is bullshit. I always remember, out of all the things I was mad about
Who
from
is
season
pay-
tickets,
Although you pay if
you
get
have
season
to.
tickets,
You
yeah,
have
it's
to. You're
included.
forced to. There's no choice. You have to buy them. You have to buy the season tickets. It's included in your thing.
If you're buying season tickets, you have to buy the exhibition games.
Right.
Yeah.
Isn't
Or
that?
you could just not buy season tickets.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, if you want these season tickets,
Yep.
it's just ridiculous.
Did you get a break on price
No.
versus individual ticket? Like
They're
if
the
you buy
normal
individual
price.
game tickets, are they the same price as season tickets?
They were the same price.
So why the
least-
hell would you buy season tickets then?
Because people just like having season. You like having season
want your
tickets. I
seat.
guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
I liked the idea of saying I had season tickets to a team.
And then everybody wants to add up their years so they can get
Right.
closer to the 50, right?
Sure.
That's true.
You know,
yeah,
you want
that's
to move
right.
through those decades of
Yeah.
support
Yeah,
and
family
finally get
members.
rewarded with 50-yard line.
Didn't people get screwed when the Wings moved or when the Lions moved, and it was like you'd worked all these years, you're at the
Probably,
45-yard line, the stadium's smaller now, and all of a sudden you're back at the 20.
Oh.
Fuck! Starting all over again. Oh, that stinks.
Hey, everybody, you already know that Hamlin Pubs is a great place to hang out with the boys and watch tackle ball. Or for a night out with your girl. But are you aware of Hamlin Pubs' amazing Tuesday and Thursday food specials? Tuesdays are burger and brew days. That's an Angus burger, fries, and your choice of 12-ounce domestic beer or soda, just $6.99. If pizza's more your thing, then get there on Thursdays when you'll get half off all pizzas. These specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pubs locations: Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township, of course. And please save the date, September 29th, when we'll all be out there.
I was talking to Easus when he first got here today, Jay. And
After you guys whacked off to the pool boy.
Exactly.
yeah,
of course.
after we dealt with the pool boy, he was getting all worked up. He was at the library. I didn't know people still went to the library.
Library pub or...
No, the library.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, Isis goes there to
I
study.
go there all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, he goes there to do
It's
his
hilarious.
this day in history and stuff, yeah.
Like if you met him, you wouldn't think he knew how to read.
There's
And
all
yet-
types of biggies out there. I use the library quite a bit, too, probably more than most most people in the
Is
community.
that just to get away from like the household and get some quiet?
Yeah.
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 Well, and the thing is, I got pissed about going to Starbucks because if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna buy something to use the Wi-Fi. So then I was like, this library's 10
Yeah, but
minutes
you're
away.
white. They'll let you use the bathroom anytime you want, right? It's a nice
But
place.
I don't feel that I should go to. If I'm gonna go to Starbucks and use Wi-Fi, I feel like I should buy something. If I go to the library, you don't have to because it's not a business; it's a government thing.
Yeah, but then
you
got
can
that.
you can totally whack off there, too, righty? There's,
can you find
there's
a-
types of stories about librarians where they're just like, yeah, we don't, people,
What?
People do this. They come in, they use the Wi-Fi. We do not bother them. We're finding porn all over the computers, but that's not our,
I don't know.
Wait,
man.
our
I-
issue.
You can go to the library
Absolutely.
and jack off, and they.
I've
I
never
mean, you
clean up-
can't do it like in public. Like
Well, obviously, you don't want to run
Libra-
around the library. But if you're sitting,
librarians regularly turn their head to that behavior.
you got to be. I would think that. Boy, oh boy,
I
that
think
is.
know.
but that's just
Librarians-
more. I think it's just more. They just don't want to deal with it. More
Totally.
than it's not because they like. Oh, whatever, man. Free.
I would
like.
I would expect a librarian, like if I was jacking off in a library, even if I'm cubed in with my computer, I would expect that at some point someone would walk by and I'd just get a slight.
No. We don't want to shame anybody. We don't want to put anybody on the spot. If it looks funny, we go over and say,
I would
No,
say I don't
it's
know.
so widespread that they don't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, I had no idea
So
that was a
Isis,
thing.
feel free to thread it out and go
Yeah.
I have not, and I
if
will
the urge
continue.
hits you.
You got to clean up your mess, though. You can't, like, the librarians are not expected to clean up your mess, right?
Masturbatory behavior aside, libraries are underused assets in the community. They really are. They
Yeah.
have a lot of shit there.
Movies?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They've got tons
Dude, the
of
library
movies.
I'm at now, by the way, I don't use it because I use Spotify. But if you were like, didn't have maybe something like that, they offer downloading music. You don't even have to just like you can go to a catalog and
How?
apparently like download
Lots
music.
of books too. If you want to read a book,
They do.
got pretty much everything.
Do they still have the microfiche?
No,
Probably in the basement. I don't know.
not the one I go to because the one I go to is very new.
Card catalogs.
But maybe it's some
Do we
old
still have
ones.
card catalogs?
No.
I doubt it.
What
I'm
do-
sure
how
there
do
might
you
be
know?
some.
Maybe
I think
they
there might
do,
be some
actually.
small town ones.
I think I can
probably.
picture where the Lake Orion card catalog is.
Yeah.
I think I can.
Yeah.
Do they
But
add
but
to it though? That's not,
Yeah, but then they have computer kiosks sitting there. I think that's how you do it.
Yeah. Anyway, E ran into some issues. E, what was the problem?
Well, I was just telling Mike that it's like I'm there, and there's a lot of younger people that are at this one because by school. And there's like this young chick, just definitely high school, I mean, she was with a friend that could drive because I happened to see them in the parking lot later. But like wearing just as short as shorts could get. Like her ass.
Did it say Manny's ass?
Did
on the
not.
back?
Did not. But like literally ass cheeks hanging out of her pants and then like riding up the side, like kind of an inseam up the side. And I found myself, I saw it and I'm like,
You
fuck,
can just
dude.
thread it out and whack off right there in the
Yeah,
library.
You're right.
Nice
I guess
mention.
of course, I didn't know that. If I would have known, I thought it was looked down upon.
His dilemma, though, is she's probably 16.
No, she's probably 17.
Well,
but
if-
still.
He's making it legal all this.
I know.
Dude,
He
okay,
just
fine.
worms
If
her
you
way
have
into
to
legal.
wonder, don't
Fine,
look
she's
at
16.
it.
Fine, she's 16. No, but that's not my point. I'm at the fucking library, and I don't think that, like, I should, what is she wearing? I'm sorry to be like this, like, oh, you asked for it. And I'm not talking about rape, but, like, as far as looking at this, it's a hot ass, dude. And it's like, and it's bullshit.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, it's bullshit that I shouldn't, the idea that I'm the weirdo for
Is
looking
it
up
fair?
a little bit.
Is it fair
He
to
needs to be better trained.
Is it fair to say that a girl cannot use the "eyes up here, gentlemen" line if she's wearing, like, she's a walking billboard, right? She's advertising this. Like, look at what I'm wearing. Weren't her tits on display too? You said.
Yeah, I mean, I see it all the time. Frankly, I see it all the time at the library. I always say this, honestly, I don't think I'm a prude, but if I were like
I was
a
gonna say,
perv,
you see it all the time at the library?
Can we please have one conversation that's not about my rack, Michael?
well, you know what? This library is really close to Wall Lake Northern, so if you go during school season, they have these,
There's a Wall Lake Northern?
yes.
Wow.
And,
no idea.
yeah.
I knew
There's-
Central and Western.
Yeah, it was
that's
built.
true.
It was actually built it was being built when I graduated, so it's been there a decent amount of time now.
Community growth. Beautiful thing.
But so they had these study rooms. So
Now,
actually,
do
if you
all
go during
three of
the
those compete in one band? Is that what they do?
I guarantee they don't. I guarantee they don't.
no, they don't. I don't think. I think they.
I-
no, they.
They
I'm
definitely
certain
don't.
that
Walled
they
Lake
don't.
Central, I've seen
They
separately.
should.
They
You know what-
shouldn't.
Do you know what kind of killer band you could put together if you morph three
Look,
different high
Mike-
schools?
To any new
I mean,
listeners, Mike is he's trying to get my goat right now.
Yeah.
He's trying to get my goat. Marching band season is upon us, by the way.
It is.
And I'm going to have plenty of times bitching about, I don't know, Plymouth Canton, a certain band in Plymouth Canton that forms out of 3 separate high schools and then competes against every other high school in Michigan,
Yeah.
which is single high schools.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But go on.
Why is it with why is that the only thing that it's allowed with?
Yeah,
Like,
that was part of my Twitter war with that girl. I'm like, you have a separate football team,
Oh,
right?
that's
Separate
right.
basketball team, right?
You got into a fight on Twitter with like a 15-year-old. That was
All I
hilarious.
said was it's a joke that they could form one band out of 3 schools, and then I got nailed by all these kids.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they won a competition.
Wasn't my
and
fault.
You did not like the fact that basically an all-star roster was playing against a high school team.
Yeah, and then they didn't like that I declared them, not having won the state competition.
they
You know,
were-
just having it be
And-
a farce.
They were not going to take the high road. They were not going to let that sit. And boy, oh boy, seeing you be attacked by a group of high school kids was just heartwarming. It really, really was. Anyway, E, back
but
to your
so
original
that's
point.
there's young kids. So I see young kids at this library all the time. But it's like I don't know. I get honestly. I always think like I'm not a prude. But if I don't want a child. But if I had a daughter, like I always say this, like, dude, if they switch, I guess when they leave the house, I guess you can't control that. But I'm sorry,
How
she's
are
in
they
the
walking out of the house
She's
like
in the
that, right? That's
library, and her
crazy.
ass cheeks are hanging out of these shorts. And I know that it's not appropriate. I guess I know that it's really not. But I'm a guy still, and I'm sitting there, and it's fucking.
Is he
it's
allowed
hot,
to
like-
notice that in the library if she's, let's say, 16? He
Obviously,
thinks maybe
it's
17.
natural to catch your eye, but then you got to go, all right, what am I looking at here? Oh,
Yeah.
she's a younger. Okay,
I mean,
stop.
obviously, you can't go up to her and ask for a number, or
No.
ask her if she hangs out here often. Shit
Yeah,
like-
what
don't even
are you
talk
checking
to her.
out? What are you checking out here?
So, what do you read? Anything good? You don't want to do that at all.
Sweet
But,
Valley High, huh? Okay.
But at the same time, I
but
got
can
this.
you glance over and just be like, God damn, I miss
No.
those days.
Well, I did,
Look at
and
that
so I glanced over a little bit, and
Manny's
and,
ass. Boy, I'd love to be that Manny guy. Damn, look at that ass.
And
you
at one-
can't do that at all.
and I'm
just
sorry-
in your own head thinking.
and I'm sorry. At one point, I thought for a second that maybe your friend looked at me, and I kind of like looked down at my computer, and I was like,
Oh,
know
you
what?
got caught staring at her?
You were creeping a
Oh,
high school girl.
Jesus.
Well, you know what though? I'm sorry, but my mind was, fuck you. I'm sorry. You're wearing basically a bikini in the library. You know what?
No,
I
E
don't-
still. They're
I don't
too
care.
young. You can't
Well,
look at that.
I think it's bullshit, man. I
Yeah,
think it's
I'm-
bullshit.
That's why I wanted to table this discussion because I get what he's saying. Like if someone walks in wearing something so distracting, where you're like, Oh, I see what you're doing. You're on full advertisement. You're a walking billboard.
What is
right
the point
now
of wearing
sex.
that? It's not
You're
comfortable.
You're wearing this not for comfort. You're wearing this to be noticed, and you win.
As stated, it's natural to notice something that's out of place
And
in the
gawk.
room. Like, oh, wow, okay. But then as soon as you notice it's a young girl, no, it is not okay to continue to gawk or oogle or
I wasn't
ogle.
gawking.
or
I
ogle.
just was like sitting there for a second.
That
and
is, that's fucking creepy as fuck.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
Jesus.
I wasn't
then to
sitting
be
there like
doing it so
staring,
long, her
but I
friend notices
no,
you?
No. I wasn't sitting there staring like that, but I don't know. Maybe I looked a little longer than I thought I was looking. But like, I'm sorry. I also think that it's fucking bullshit on their part.
Anywho, hey, tomorrow, exciting day tomorrow. We're gonna have E do his day in history today.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because J. Chris Newberg's coming in studio.
Sweet.
Tomorrow.
We don't
yeah.
want to bother him with E's History Day.
Yeah, he's looking forward to it. He's flying in today from Los Angeles, and he is ready to go off on local media. He's his album is killing it, man. It's been.
Have you listened to any of it?
Have you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, all I can get, I haven't purchased the whole thing, so I get snippets, so I'm getting like these
so
30
you're just stealing it.
Dude, I haven't had time to download the whole thing.
What the Live and Let Die?
Yeah,
Play on words,
DYE.
DYE. Is that
That's
explained?
Wordplay. That's wordplay.
Oh, it sure is.
I have not heard that portion of it where he explains that if he does.
Dude, I had no idea. He and I, it turns out we are both massive fans of wordplay. We got into it the other day, our exchange about Van Halen, which was so much fun. Just going back and forth, using as many Van Halen references as we can.
Yeah,
but
he's
still,
good. He knows a lot, man.
He does. I'm not bad either. I mean, you don't have to say it. I wasn't looking for a pat on the back, but my game was strong too. So anyway, he's touring in support of this new record, Live and Let Die, which was recorded at the Comedy Castle in August of 2017. Was number 1 on the Billboard Comedy for 10 weeks. It's currently number 3.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's going to be at Mark Ridley's Friday. He's got a 7:15 show. Saturday, a 7 o'clock and 9:30 show. Tickets are available 248-542-9900 or at comedycastle.com. And so get out there and see him. Does he not have a show Thursday night?
I don't think they do Thursday shows in the summer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, sometimes if he wanted to do one, maybe he could have done one, but it's not. It's not normal to do Thursday shows in the summer.
Well, it's
it's
always
summer.
fun when he comes in here. So we'll look forward to him tomorrow. Twitter, Jay, as we were talking about, Twitter serves a good purpose. I don't want to bash Twitter. You know, like for instance, I've tried to reach out to the ARC in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
A few times, not like overly. Just I could do more, but email. And it's really hard to get a hold of anyone because Mike Massey really wants to do a show there. It's a good size.
Just really quick, Newberg is there on Thursday.
Oh, he is.
So
Okay.
we apologize for E's faulty information that he just conveyed.
Well, Chris sent me an email and didn't include that Thursday show, so that's why I was even asking. What time is it Thursday?
7:30 Thursday, 7:15 Friday, and 7 and 9:30, both of those on Saturday.
Okay, great. So Massey and I have kind of reached out to them and not heard back, and I call and no one returned your call and that kind of thing, and it's like, what the fuck, man? This is basically a guaranteed sellout.
So you tweeted at him, Mike. Did you get a response?
That's what he did. He tweeted, and all of a sudden, they are responding.
Oh, maybe they finally. What did they finally look at his name and realize that dude, this is a real
Blue check
person?
mark.
Ooh, he's verified. Ooh, yeah. I don't know, but it's like that does work to serve a purpose. I mean, most of it is just horrible trash and shit. I'll admit, but there are some good aspects to it, and the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey, is defending their decision not to boot Alex Jones off Twitter.
False flag.
False flag. And, Apple, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest.
Isn't that weird how it all happened at once? Like,
Crazy.
Yeah.
What was that about, Michael?
I say that this is very similar to when someone says, Laura Ingram's a racist. Like, we need to stop advertising. I'm talking to you at BMW, at Mercedes, at this, and they list all the things that we need to boycott. And then once one of them topples, the others have to follow suit, or they like.
And it better be instantly, dude. It can't be in a day.
It's got to be within the hour.
Right.
You can't wait 3 days and then do it. It's like, oh, yeah, better late
Well,
than
you thought
never.
about it,
Oh,
didn't you?
was that pressure applied in this instance? Because I know they're pressuring Twitter because they didn't comply with the plan. But I felt like, at least the way it was released in the media, that this dude got booted by all of those like almost simultaneously. It didn't like go Apple and then everybody started tweeting it or messaging Facebook.
Yeah.
You should do it too. Oh my God, Apple did the right thing, and you need to do what's right socially. And then they folded, and then the next one. Am I wrong on that?
I thought
I
the
thought
way
they
I
all
understood
fucking
it was
went at once.
One of them went first, and I can't remember which one it was. If it was Google or Apple, whatever it was, went, and then within the hour, it was like bang, 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 bang. I don't think there was like a meeting and they all got together and decided, okay, flip
But
the
there
switch
also
and shut 'em
wasn't
off.
like a 2-day campaign by Twitter user
No.
Joe in his basement hammering Apple for their non-compliance with this.
I think there's a constant stream of that. I think there's always someone adding them, trying to get various shows, probably even our show, thrown off, for being hate speech or whatever you want to say. And that's the thing. They don't really know, like, why now? Like, it wasn't that long ago.
So that's why I'm surmising that this was a big plan, that there was a behind-the-scenes plan in place. Like, you know what, we got to boot this guy. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This will be the first one to fall, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
That's I know that's a kind of a shitty way of looking at how things go on behind
Yeah.
the scenes, but I don't doubt that there's powerful beings behind pulling strings on that. So
Yeah,
the
maybe.
fact that there was a plan in place, I don't know. I don't know
it's-
that, but I don't doubt it.
It's weird because as early as July 12th, okay, so you're not going back but a couple weeks, Facebook said that the pages on both the left and right were pumping out what they consider opinion or analysis. Others call fake news. We believe banning these pages would be contrary to the basic principles of free speech. And so now I just don't remember some big story like Alex Jones did this and now we all need to react. Like, it just seems like ho-hum, whatever. This is probably good news for Alex Jones, to add to his vast conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? This probably helps him. But I give it up for the CEO of Twitter, Jack Dorsey. He says, we didn't suspend Alex Jones for Infowars yesterday. We know that's hard for many, but the reason is simple: he hasn't violated our rules. We'll enforce it if he does. And we'll continue to promote a healthy conversational environment by ensuring tweets aren't artificially amplified. We're going to hold Jones to the same standard we hold to every account, not taking one-off actions to make us feel good in the short term and adding fuel to new conspiracy theories. If we succumb and simply react to outside pressure rather than straightforward principles we enforce and evolve impartially, regardless of political viewpoints, we become a service that's constructed by our personal views that can swing in any direction, and that's not us. So, I was listening to some legal people last night talk about this, and they brought up a really interesting point about how all of these social media things, they're platforms, right? That's what you always hear. This is our Twitter platform, this Facebook platform, meaning that we don't have anything to do with the content. Like, we just offer you
the
a place.
distinction between platform and publisher.
Right, exactly. And so people were talking about this. Maybe you saw some of this too.
It's been going on for a long time. This
Yeah.
notion that they're publishers and therefore they're
Open to
complicit with what's being put on there, and if they're not taking shit off that's troubling, then it's on them.
Right. And so if you start going, oh, we judge this to be over the line, we're taking it down. Well, now you're making publishing decisions, which by all rights would you would think would hold you to FCC laws, libel laws. Now you're making executive decisions, so you open yourself up to slander claims and all sorts of things like that, where it's like, hey man, we're just a platform. You can say whatever you want, do whatever you want. We just provide this. That keeps them out of trouble legally. Right. And so someone at some point is probably going to take issue, because if you keep doing this, taking people down, or what do they call it, shadow boxing or something, where they're
shadow something. It's not boxing, but I know what you mean.
Where you can't, these people aren't getting promoted equally and stuff like that. You're going to run into trouble. People will sue them. I don't know. Be interesting to see how it shakes out. But Jay, there was a time when we discussed possibly even putting together some sort of PSA for the Sikh community.
Yeah.
It was just ever since September 11th, 2001, and the horrible terrorist attacks.
Our turbaned friends have been taking heat.
I mean,
Sikhs are our friends.
The escalation of attacks on Sikhs, go back to your own country, fucking Arab, that kind of shit, being attacked viciously. One guy's in his backyard in Seattle mowing the lawn, and some guy with a Confederate flag shoots him in his arm.
Goddamn Muslims.
Go back to your own country was heard just before that.
Dude, Sikhs, it's an offshoot of Hinduism.
Sure is. Yes, really.
By the way, And they're typically Indian, of Indian descent.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the beard and the turban
Yeah.
that is causing the problem. And people need to understand that the Sikhs are such a loving and peaceful people. And
Sikh,
it's just
and you shall find a friend of Americans.
no, I'm not one. I'm Sikh. We'll go to the doctor then. No, not Sikh. I'm Sikh. So anyway, we've got this video that's got elderly Sikh out for a morning stroll.
Oh, no.
Viciously attacked by two guys.
What the
You know, who is the piece of shit in a neighborhood at 6 in the morning that's like, man, I just gotta whoop someone's ass now? And so, you know, obviously the Sikh doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with anybody. He's out for his morning stroll. He's got a bad heart. He's 71 years old. He's turbaned. He's bearded. And he's walking, and there's, you know, these guys say something to him.
Does he have a ceremonial dagger?
Dude, I was going to ask you, are these guys not daggered up at all times? I mean, I thought that was part of the outfit.
Depends on how, like, orthodox you are, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm just out of safety for these guys. You
Dagger it up.
I would dagger up at all times in public, just because you don't know when some ignorant idiot is going to come up and fuck with you. You know? That fucking towel off your head and go back to your own country. America!
This is my country. Oh, man.
And so he just wants to go around him. Just leave me be. I am simple Sikh on a walk. Don't mind. This guy gets kicked and falls. He falls so hard his turban pops off.
What is wrong with these? Come on.
Now he's turbanless now. Poor guy.
How do you do
I
that
don't
to someone?
fucking know, dude. Oh. At least he's trying to defend himself a little bit. Ugh. Isn't that just awful? Just awful. And so they're talking about hate crime against these guys, and then he leaves. Now he comes back like, you know what? I didn't get enough kicks in. Let me kick him a few more times, and circles back again to kick him.
Dude's laying in the middle of the street right now.
Yeah.
And here he comes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Isn't that funny?
Take that.
And then
spit.
spit on him. Yeah, good. I hope these fuckers die in a fiery car crash, you assholes. That's unreal. And thank God, you know, there's a home security cam outside that catches
Happens
this.
to catch it. It's right in front of him.
Right in front of him. So yeah, the suspects, you know, they're still looking for them. One is, they say, is a black male wearing a black hoodie. There's a guy in a white hoodie, and they don't know what race he is or what color he is. So he was taken to the hospital.
Sounds like pretty good leads there. Guy
Yeah.
in a white hoodie, don't know what race, don't know what color. And then a black guy in a black hoodie.
Yeah.
Find these guys, no problem.
No problem. We're on it. So, yeah.
Did they get into a white box van and drive away?
No. They did get into some sort of SUV or truck, they said. But anyway, so if you know anything about these guys, the Mendocino, California Police Department wants to talk to you. So if you saw anything or heard anything. So he's taken to hospital. He's in a neck brace now.
Sure. He
Yeah.
took a couple tumbles there, man.
Sure did. He's got trouble communicating, not because of this attack, but he
How old is he? Old?
71, and he and thank God there was a guy walking his dog that came upon the Sikh. Let me back that up. Found the Sikh lying injured and helped him out. Got him to the hospital.
You're telling me that guy's only 26 years older than you? Think
and
about that.
And 27 years older than you.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
man.
I know. It's
like an old man. He's only 26 years older than you.
Have you seen me
insane.
walk down the street? I mean, if you had grainy video of me walking down the street, I might, if I was wearing that outfit, I might look exactly like him.
You're right.
Seriously. So here's the problem. He had a little touch of the epileptic seizure 7 years ago, and so he has trouble communicating.
Too many EDM shows?
Probably. And so now they're trying to get information from him as he's having trouble explaining what the assailant said and stuff.
Well, thank God for the video.
I know. He'll mumble and say something. He'll say one thing and then he'll mumble and say something else, and they're very scared.
So his credibility is in question. Again, thank God for the video.
Yeah, I know. Right? What do you mean?
Guy's changing his story.
What?
Goddamn Sikh.
This guy's all over the map. You know, we just can't trust his word. I mean, he says this thing, then he mumbles some
Plus,
bullshit.
he is wearing a turban. So.
Yeah, he's a bearded man
Dark
wearing a
skin.
turban. As if it matters what those guys are saying anyways. You know what I mean? Like they're going, I hope you have a good fucking day,
I know,
Sikh.
right.
You know, like, what does it matter?
Sometimes actions speak louder, Mike. That would be the case right there.
That should be a saying, man.
Action, let's see.
Actions.
Hash this out.
Because he's
flesh it
saying
out, Mike.
words.
Flesh it out.
He's trying to. He's saying words, but we can't hear what the words are. The Sikh can't properly communicate those words, but we've seen their actions, right?
Eureka! Actions speak louder than words. Bam.
Bingo.
Done.
That should be on T-shirts and billboards.
Can we use Eureka too?
With an exclamation point? Absolutely. Now this comes a week after, and this is going to kill you. A Sikh man was attacked by white supremacists, and you won't believe this, Surjit Maral, who has some of the most incredible beard game you've ever seen. And I'll just quickly, I mean, yeah, fuck you, dude. Yeah, how dope is that?
He's got like the forked tongue beard.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at that.
Yeah, it's badass.
I mean, that is some game, right?
Absolutely.
How long does that take? I mean, that's years of work.
Oh yeah. That's probably like 7 years. Right?
Wow. Looks great in Kris Kringle white too. Isn't that just dynamite?
Yeah.
Impressive. If you can find him and pop a picture up, I know I didn't ask you to, but
Maybe you can do that in 5. What do you think, Jesus? You think you could grow that in 5? It's
I'm
like
not looking at. I haven't seen it.
5 years.
I don't know about. 5 years.
Yeah, you probably grow that in 5
maybe
years.
people that can grow beards can fucking grow them. It all depends.
yeah, he's got that. You know, we've always said
kinda.
it looks like
I can't grow a beard. I know that I couldn't.
E's beard always to us looks like someone put a little dab of glue on his face, took a fan on high, ripped out a bunch of pubes, threw it into the fan, and it just blew
My
into
face
his
is meant to either have a goatee or nothing. In reality.
Yeah. So, anyways, so get this. He's putting up signs in his neighborhood for local Republicans running for office. In his neighborhood, 2 men ambush him, dirt face him.
Wow. So he's like he's like a double threat. He's not only turbaned, but he's putting up signs for Republicans.
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
You would think white supremacists would be in favor of the Republicans. Isn't that the Nazi
Well,
party?
he had a thing going there. He's like he is a
Think
Republican.
White supremacists would be in favor of Republicans.
I mean,
Isn't that what we're told every day on,
Yeah,
on the
the
news of the world?
far right. I know.
That's right. America! I don't know what to do. He's putting up signs to support our guy, but look at that fucking America! Get out of our country!
This is an interesting question. What trumps what, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, Mike. If you'd seen this, you might have seen this dude might have been like, "Fuck, I don't know what to do."
I know. He does have a
Turban.
killer beard, but it's the goddamn turban. But he is a Republican. I don't know.
Well, the dirt face, of course, was real scary.
They don't call it a dirt face. In this instance, they say they ambushed him throwing sand in his eyes.
By definition,
It's a dirt face, right? Which is terrifying. Nobody wants to be dirt-faced. Ask the monkey, you know? Can you find the monkey video, E, please? I got to see the dirt face. The
Monkey
actual,
on the motorbike.
Holy,
What do we rank this? Top 5, definitely, right? Top
for
on internet
sure.
videos that entertain us. Maybe top 3.
We've got Tired of the Head Guy.
Oh my god.
It's top shot. Remember that?
Yes, we've got chimpanzee shit to the nose.
Of grandma, and it just boom, it
yeah.
sticks like not just like, oh, you got splatter, like no, you've got a giant chunk of shit.
Looks
on
like
your
a
nose.
snowman with a carrot nose.
Yeah.
Except this woman is sitting there with shit coming off her nose.
Tired of the Head Guy.
Dude, guy parking it like a boss
Yeah.
after booking through the car wash.
And my favorite, even more so than parking it like a boss, it's seeing the car just wail at 60 miles an hour through those things that are meant to like polish the sides of your car, and then they're just swinging off the hinges.
How about
Oh.
swinging the proops and hitting the assailant with it?
Yeah, the lady
Yeah,
using
the
her
leash.
her miniature dog as a weapon.
Yeah.
And it worked. She knocked a woman down with her dog on a leash.
That's a great one too. All right, it's on with the monkey E. You want to
Punches at his tiny enemy. He manages to
want to
get to
rewind
his
it? E?
feet.
Let's
He
start
could-
from the beginning.
Yeah.
But now he goes over some bloke's motorbike. Oh, there he is. The
Look at
human
that
is
little
contemplating
bloke sitting
how
on
he
the
should deal
motorbike.
with
This guy's
situation.
doing a lot of these
Maybe
videos.
talk to
He's
the
actually
monkey.
pretty
No,
funny
he's throwing his
describing it.
shoe. Fuck me, the monkey is pissed. Where are they? Oh, they've taken it to the ground. The human is throwing punches at his tiny enemy. He manages to get to his feet. He could walk away, but now he goes for a big punt. He missed. The nature of monkey is fucking irrepressible. Now the human throws sand. The monkey goes airborne. This is like the fucking Conor McGregor of monkeys. Speed and precision can beat power. The human is now looking to back off. No, don't go pick up a stick. Fucking walk away. Call it a day. Holy guacamole. Shit really escalated fast in this fight. can't decide if the shoe throw was a good idea. Obviously, you got to stick up for yourself when a monkey is being all smug and claiming your bike, but the human just ended up in a world of trouble, and he doesn't appear to have any notable fight skills, not even kickboxing. I know I'm stereotyping there, but yeah, no, he should at least be good at kickboxing. He's resorting to desperate things like throwing sand, and the fucking monkey comes off looking like a more skilled, honourable fighter. In conclusion, I'd say the fucking monkey won, and we may be entering the dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Sweet. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, that guy's really Aussie, man. You can find him. He's all over Patreon and stuff, but he reviews all kinds of like
Viral
videos, and he's funny as shit. So anyway, this guy gets dirt-faced, and then they beat him about the head, neck, and shoulders. They're looking for two men who beat him, and then they, as if to add insult to injury, they took the time to spray paint a neo-Nazi symbol on the side of his truck.
Nice.
With
Go back to your country.
Go back to your country.
I was born here. Oh, well, but your color skin's weird.
Well, it's interesting you say that, E, because...
Dude, the Sikh has a CrossFit sticker on the back of his truck. He's a CrossFitter.
Yeah.
That doesn't shock me.
Could you
That guy with the fucking fork
that's a good point.
beard and
That's a good
everything?
point. That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I was thinking about, I don't know what I was thinking about.
What's his shirt? Can we get any details from his shirt? Is that some sort of logo? Because it looks like maybe there's a dagger on there, or a logo of some sort.
Yeah, I can't tell.
Yeah. So anyway, he said to your point, E. When they were like, go back to your country, all that shit, and they didn't even spell your right properly.
Wow.
But,
you are? They say
Saving
go back to you are
characters.
country?
Saving characters, dude. You only get, how many do you
know.
get when you spray paint the side of a truck? Are you
at that.
limited to like 25 characters? Or?
Probably. Yeah, it's true. So Surjit says, I'm American. 100%. This is my country. If you're a real American and you love America, you should not do that. I would agree with him.
That's fair.
You should not do that. That is not the American way, my friend. I think he's very, very right. He believes the turban he was wearing saved his life.
Wow.
Yeah, it served as a cushion for all the blows that he was taking.
Shit,
Yeah.
man.
Yep. Softened the blows. He's been experiencing headaches, touch of dizzy spells since then. Sikh Coalition has reported an increase in violence and discrimination since September 11th. January, 2 men were sentenced to 3 years for the beating of a Sikh man in the Bay Area. Then you had the guy, that was in his driveway in Seattle and got the whole, Confederate flag. America, get out, go to your country. And then he's shot in the arm trying to mow his lawn, which stinks. And, just so we can just refresher course for potential new listeners, or just to remind regular listeners that when you think like, oh, that's a terrorist, like the Sikh are honestly the most loving, peaceful people on the planet. And I want to become a Sikh, I think. I don't know that I can get the beard game going, but dude, I'm seriously like, I like their principles and where they stand on things. Some of the rules, I'll be honest, I don't
have their
know.
principles
I do.
there that you can...
Sikhs don't think it pleases God if people pay no attention to others and simply devote themselves slavishly to religion. Sikhism doesn't ask people to turn away from ordinary life to get closer to God. In fact, it demands that they use ordinary life as a way to get closer to God. A Sikh serves God by serving other people. That's known as seva in our culture.
How are you going to do that? How are you going to comply with that one?
I don't
Serve
know.
other people?
Dude, it's not going to be easy.
Okay.
But I'm trying to,
Said something about
trying to better
interacting with other people too. Wasn't number one about that? Like,
yeah, shit, this is going to be harder than
sure
I thought.
about this?
Devoting our lives to service, we get rid of our own ego and pride.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's going to be harder than I thought. Many Sikhs carry out chores.
Mike.
My people call it the Gurdwara.
I'm worried about the Gawara too. The whole ball of wax.
Well, it's service to the community is what we're doing, Jeff. Gurdwara. And so this ranges from working in a soup kitchen, cleaning the floor. I don't know which floor, but cleaning the floor.
Maybe you could start here.
Also, the Langar is very popular with us, which is free food in kitchens. It's community active service is basically what it is.
I got to be honest with you, Mike. This does not sound like a good fit for you.
We also believe we have great regard for caring for the poor and sick. It's an important duty of service
Boy,
to
it's
us.
getting worse and worse, isn't it, Jesus?
The three duties that all of us Sikhs must carry out can be summed up in 3 words:
Here we
pray,
go.
work, and give. Okay.
Yeah, that's wow.
I know. I didn't say it was going to be easy, dude. I'm just saying I like what they're going for here. They're trying. They're thinking out of the box. So obviously Nam Japna is very popular, keeping God in mind at all times. We've got my one of my favorites is Kurt Karna, which is earning an honest living. Since God is truth, a Sikh seeks to live honestly. That doesn't just mean avoiding crimes. Sikhs avoid gambling, begging, or working in the alcohol or tobacco industries.
Mike.
Now that one's going to be tough. That's not
You
going to
might
be
as
easy.
well
think
be
a lot
a
of these are gonna
goddamn
be a little
Tibetan
tough.
monk, dude. This is like,
Well,
this is going to be rough on you.
if they'll take the meeting with me, I can explain it and go, look, I'm a smoker and a drinker, and but if you can look past it, dude, I'll help out. I can help out the community, and then we've got Van Chakna, which is literally sharing one's earnings with others. Okay, so we give to charity a lot, and we care for others. That's what we do. But if I give to you, and then some other richer Sikh gives to me, it all works out in the end. It's a nice
That's
thing.
not, I think, what they mean.
This is,
Right.
I mean, this is living life, under the guise of it takes a village. Now, there are 5 vices to avoid, and this is not going to be easy. Sikhs try to avoid the 5 vices that make people self-centered and build barriers against God in their lives. Lust.
Yeah.
Shit. Now, does that mean acting out on lust, or is it like
No, lust is lust, dude.
So what you were doing in the library was lust,
I suppose, yeah, like that would be lust.
covetous,
Or like with
covetousness.
you and your pool boy today. You were lusting after your pool boy
Yeah.
today.
covetousness,
Coveting other
Yeah, you're gonna be.
people's shit.
You do a lot of
greed.
that shit. Oh,
Greed.
boy.
Yeah, Matt's permed curly hair. Like, I coveted the shit. I was like, God, dude, if I could get that to do that, that'd be awesome. Attachment to things of this world.
Oh man.
I think
Shirts
you've done
with horses on them.
better on that, but
Anger.
oh, uh-oh.
Pride. I don't have any pride. And I'm not that angry.
How do they feel about the slovenly?
I don't think they judge, dude. I don't think they do. Plus I get a whole new wardrobe. And it's like robes. I'm definitely daggering up. And I'm fucking turbaning up, too. Seriously. If I could just get
Robes would be
one of
awesome to wear if you said it was based on religious purposes, because then you're just walking around in a fucking comfortable ass thing.
Yep.
Just boxers in a robe.
What would you do if you
Before
came
I
down?
got deep into this, I'd get their answer on how they feel about gluttony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
Whether
They
that's
didn't
like
say
a
anything.
disqualification.
No, they're more hung up on lust and
Sloth?
greed. Sloth is one of the 7 deadlies, but it's not one of theirs.
Okay.
So, what would you do? Would you take me seriously if you guys are sitting down here and I just didn't say a word, walked down in a full orange neck to foot robe and a turban, and I was
Short
starting?
answer, no. No, I wouldn't.
Could you do it? I'm like, God damn it! I need bigger headphones. I can't get them over my turban, but I can't take it off. And then if I just sat down and talked, how long would it take you guys to get comfortable enough to be just like, yeah, it's just the way
absurd.
he is?
That's like Cat Stevens did that,
Right.
He just like turned into this turbaned asshole.
Yes. He got like crazy though. Didn't he like never perform again, or maybe
Yeah, I
he
don't
did
know.
at some point? I don't know.
Hey, insurance. We all need it, but most of us don't even know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Well, let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasick from Wasick Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business and offers all types of insurance coverage: auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasick at 734-455-1900. Get a free, no obligation quote today. Again, that's 734-455-1900.
Would you guys at least hear me out on the Sikh religion? Would you be interested in
I think
hearing
we
more
just
about it?
sort of did.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't.
Not something for you. I felt like you were kind of.
I mean, you'd have to make some changes. I'd support you, Mike. I would be behind you. But I mean, I think you'd have to make a few changes based on that list.
Do they have like a Sikhs R Us or something where I can go get some gear? Just try it out. Maybe pick up a dagger or something.
Well, again, I think the clothing isn't going to be as much as some
That's
of those other.
critical. Dude, the clothing is half.
That's the easiest part.
That's half the reason I want to be a Sikh is for the
Well,
dope outfits.
You can
Come
wear
on, E.
robes and not have to be in a religion. You could just start
Yeah.
wearing robes.
Yeah, you could.
Wear muumuus.
Do that. Start with that.
No, dude, because then I'm what do they call that? I'm cultural appropriationing things, and I don't want to be accused of that. So
If you're going to do it, you're going to do it right.
I need to do it right and fully
Legit.
be in. Yes, it's like when the dentist turned Jewish for the jokes.
Yeah.
On Seinfeld, you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I'm diving in head first.
Now I got you.
Boy, public sex is something we see from time to time. It usually involves alcohol. The Sikhs frown on this, too. We are not fond of this. But there's a guy, dude. What do you think what are the rules? Like, if you're trying to pull this off in public, is it get in and out? You want to hit it and get out of there, right? You don't want to engage in like a marathon lovemaking session in public, right?
Some foreplay.
Yeah. There's a guy in a park, and he's banging the shit out of his girl at a cricket pitch, right?
I think so, yeah.
Kids all over the place, and these parents
just rubbing it in,
and he's on top of her, and he's not I'll give him that. He's not switching positions. He's mission, and he's just pounding away. We've got video of this because these couples are calling the police, their version of 911, 999, and the cops are taking forever to get there.
It's way easier than 911, by the way.
I agree with that.
Have them all 3 numbers.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we just have it be 111?
Jesus, dial up 999. Is it taken here?
Could we
Let's change the NFL to NTL.
Yes.
And change 911 to 999. Let's get this
Call
done, gentlemen.
999.
Is 999 better than 111?
Well, either way, maybe we can't do. I mean, here I can call 999 and see what happens. I guess.
I guarantee it's taken, dude. Why wouldn't we be using it?
Oh, it just went to nothing. So yeah, I get that. Oh, you know, I didn't hit 1. I guess maybe I have.
You don't have to hit 1999.
Fuck. 1 248
999.
Doesn't look like it's ringing.
So parents were disgusted. They call the cops 5 times, and then finally one of the dads is like, "Oh, God damn it!" and goes over there and punches the guy in the face while he's in pump.
Wow.
Yeah, beats him. Wouldn't you? If your kids are there, would you go? It'd be hard not to walk up there and punch the guy in the face, right?
I think I'd get my kids out of there. It's the likely move. But
Yeah.
okay.
The mom who filmed the clip can be heard telling police that I've reported the city sex session. I reported the sex session 30 minutes ago.
And they're still going.
And but the officers still have not arrived. As she tells the operator, the couples were having intercourse in the middle of loads of kids playing cricket. You can hear another woman going, "They're at it again." And then there's after a brief break, they took a timeout, got a thing of water, and then went back.
Rehydrated?
It sounds like it. They took a brief break, and then they got back at it. And then a guy can be heard shouting, "It's like the 5th time now!"
Wow.
Yeah. The operators promised to get the a unit out there ASAP is not sufficient to follow.
Just on the ground on a picnic table? What's going on?
I'll show it to you. So the dad goes up there and punches and slaps the guy across the face and stuff like that. And one guy, you just go, "Fair play to dad." Fair play to the dad. The couple well and truly had it coming. By the time cops did get there, the couple had left, and so officers were able to pull them over, and she got a DUI. So that's as far as it goes now, but yeah.
It's broad daylight, huh?
Yep.
Hi, I reported half an hour ago some people having sex in the park in the middle of loads of kids playing cricket.
Absolutely in the middle of the field. There's no trees around them, nothing.
Shameless.
At one point, you can tell he really starts going at
take
it
it down
right
last
before the
time.
dad comes
It's Round
over.
Day Park, but I'm the 3rd person who's reported it now.
There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes. He's pumping. Ah!
Well, it's
The guy's definitely rock still too. He's slapping a man with a rager.
I think my biggest thing is more like, you know, once you've gotten caught, the notion that you're like, "Hey man, you know, like, you know what, it sucks, but dude, at this point you gotta just run or get the hell." Like the thought that you're like, "Dude, bro," like.
Yeah, he's been given every opportunity to finish, and the fact that he's going back in the 2nd, the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th time, you're just overdoing it. You're rubbing it in.
You are, and it's not. I mean, dude, that's what I meant when it was like, don't you have an obligation if it's public, public sex to get in 3 minutes and get the fuck out? You don't have 30 minutes in an open field. How clueless do you have to be?
Just wasted,
in society. And you know what? I do not blame the man for this. This is the woman's fault. Like, she ultimately controls the keys to the kingdom.
She's the one who got the DUI though when they left.
Yeah.
So she's wasted.
I know, but still, it's like if women don't keep us in check. When it comes to this, we would be monkeys. We would fuck all the time, everywhere. Just be like, "Oh, there's a hole there. Cool."
In the middle of a cricket field.
Yeah.
Do we need to rename cricket too? That just seems very arbitrary to me.
What about wood stick?
But you don't know anything about the sport or why it's called that.
That should be paddleball.
Paddle. Is paddleball taken?
Wicket
What an
ball?
American
Wicket.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Well,
They have this sport for a long time, and you just go.
You're right. I don't even know how to play it, but it just seems like a dumb name.
Nobody knows how to play it. Go ahead. I'll give you 3 weeks. You watch cricket every day.
I
for
taught you guys
4
one how
hours
to
a
play
day.
it, and you don't even remember.
You watch cricket 4 hours a day for 2 weeks, and then come back and explain how to play cricket. Go ahead.
I taught you this
that
one
is a
time,
challenge.
and you forgot already.
What?
Was
I don't
that a This
remember
Day in
now.
History or something?
No, but I
Might have
looked
been.
it up. I remember looking.
Yeah.
Actually, I might have even done something with it this day. I might have did both ways.
I know basically the pitcher's trying to hit the wickets down, and the batter is trying to defend those and hit the ball into play.
Run back and forth.
But then you run back and forth, and you can score like
hundreds of runs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, right.
Infinity runs if they don't field the ball properly.
Right.
Like it's just
So
weird.
wicket paddle ball?
Yeah, sure.
Paddle
Let's
wicket
do that.
ball.
It's not cricket anymore.
And
bottom
he's like,
line.
how dare you? You don't know anything about it. It's like, well, I know one thing. I've never seen a cricket playing it.
Nope.
I know what crickets look like. I've never seen them on a cricket pitch. Or, excuse me, a wicket paddle
What is a hockey?
ball pitch.
What is a hockey?
It's a great question. We've got work to do, gentlemen.
I mean,
Even baseball. You can take issue with baseball.
Yeah,
no, but there's
baseball,
bases and
I
there's
know,
ball.
but
That's probably the most appropriate.
yeah.
Basketball
Hockey,
works. Hockey?
It's
What
stick
the fuck
puck.
is a hockey?
It's
stick puck.
It's stick puck. Or I'm cool with ice soccer.
Okay, yeah, we can move soccer into that realm if we all want to hold the name soccer for
Jesus.
some reason.
Sure.
Sure.
You have a problem with ice soccer?
No, I just like I don't
think
want to
stick
learn all these
puck is
things. I
better?
didn't mind tackle ball, but I don't know about learning all these other new things.
All right, let's start with tackle ball and go from
right.
there. We don't want to
What's
bite
next
off
on
more
our
than we can
list?
chew. Maybe cricket. I don't know.
Well, dude, it just doesn't come up in conversation. Like,
Yeah.
it's, once a year we might mention cricket. We'll probably even forget we renamed it to paddle wicket ball. Can you paste it up on your board over here or something?
All the shit we've renamed.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because we're going to need notes, no doubt about it. Anyway, should we take a quick break?
Sure.
Sure. God, it was troubling, man. The Molly Tibbetts.
Yeah, the missing girl in Iowa.
They have like final video they just put out of her, and it's like, I don't know why it always is so troubling when you see someone with so much life, and like, oh, it was literally a few hours after this moment of a playful
Before
little
her
girl.
asshole, her boyfriend's asshole dog got her kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly. It's just, I don't know what that is when you see something making goofy faces in the mirror, and it's like, yeah, that's just a typical 20-year-old girl. That's what they do, being goofy with her friends, and a few short hours later, God knows. So we'll get into that and much more next.
Oh,
It's not so.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Detroit Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
Oh man, I'm so glad you got into Last Chance U.
Yeah, I'm moving forward through it.
How far are you in?
entertaining.
Like halfway through the season?
What's halfway? 5
Out of,
episodes or something?
yeah, I think there's like 8 or 9 episodes
Okay,
total.
I think I'm 3 or 4 in. So
Yeah, still liking it.
yeah, I'm just surprised how unhinged that coach has become. It's really,
Yeah,
it's fun to watch.
yeah. You know what sucks though? It's like you want to root for them. You know, you get it. People have tough lives, upbringings. They got fucked in education growing up with shit schools, and you know you can. These are last chance for these kids that have great talent and potential, but haven't really been properly cared for as people, as human beings, and so you want to root for them. I found in the end though, dude, very few of them are likable.
I know. I totally agree with you.
You know what I mean?
It really is. The show is set up such that everybody should come off well, and they really did not account for themselves very well. They all come off as assholes, as far as I can see. The coach, I don't know how he thinks he's going to get another job on the freaking planet.
Yeah.
Because he's just acting like a child.
Yeah, and he's not bettering these kids like he thinks he is. You know, he's just someone needs to be an adult there. I mean, he's trying to fight players.
Coaches, players, in game, like
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The one kid, the white kid, the center.
yeah.
He comes off pretty good for the most part. You can he's some just hick family, trailer park living in Wyoming or something.
Parents are meth heads.
Yeah,
Ends up with his grandparents in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, he's a guy you root for, kind of.
Yeah, and he's got the attitude of nobody's going to outwork me. Nobody's,
Yeah.
I understand that this is the chance. Like he was going to do the military, sent out game tapes to every school in the country, and this is the only one that replied to him. And he's like, "I'll be there tomorrow."
Yeah.
And working his ass off, gets injured, and he's just devastated. And yeah, it's you can root for him, but it's hard. It's really hard to root for a lot of those kids. Anyway.
Hey, look, listen, if you want the absolute best automotive experience possible, go see our friends at Zott Ford in Holly. Zott Ford has a massive selection of new and pre-owned vehicles ready for you to choose from. Their award-winning service department has brand new free loaners for you to enjoy while your vehicle is being serviced. And Zott Ford has a fully stocked parts department and 2 state-of-the-art body shops. So, as to Mike, Jay, and Etard's point, Zott Ford has you covered. Plus, when Zott takes care of you, you're really taking care of the podcast, so thank you very much.
Jay, do you have any idea why voices in that? Do you ever have voices in the head or view?
Not really.
What?
Like, why do voices in your head always? Why are they such dicks? Like, why are
is
they
true. Why
always
don't I-
telling
why
you
does
to
it-
do shitty things and bad things to people?
Why
You know
does
what I
someone
mean?
never hear voices and those voices say,
mow your neighbor's lawn?
right?
Help
That's a
an
good
old
point.
lady across the street.
Right. That
No,
is
it's
a-
always being like, kill animals or hurt people. And I don't know what that is. Maybe we just don't hear about those voices. But there's newly released transcript of the police interrogation with the Parkland shooter, Nicholas Cruz. What, he killed 17 kids or something?
Sounds about right.
Introduced us even more criminally to David Hogg.
Oh, God.
Which was almost worse than the killings themselves, was the fact that we know who David Hogg is now. But it reveals that he repeatedly asserted that he's been hearing a voice, a sort of demonic voice in his head for a long, long time. It's been instructing him to kill and destroy. When his father died, that's when the voice chimed in, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's your fucking dick of a ghost dad then.
Oof.
You know what I mean? It got even worse when his mom died.
Eh.
It's like, he's got 2 ghost parents in his head telling him to do dumb stuff. So, it's a voice with no name. And it's telling me what to do. It's another voice, the evil side. The voice is in me in here. He's pointing to his head. What does it tell you to do? Burn, kill, and destroy, basically. And at first, he began starting fires in the fire pit, just trying to make the voice happy. And then, and they're like, well, and then it starts telling him to, why don't we up the game a little bit, kill some animals? And so he's shooting birds and stuff. And so they're asked, like, well, what the cops ask him, like, did you fear anything by not obeying the voice? He said, I just don't want to be lonely. And so even though it's a shit voice, he'd rather have that than be lonely. So why do you want to be friends with somebody who just wants you to tell you to do bad things? to have somebody.
Oh my God, this is like the Gollum story. Smeagol. You guys familiar with Lord of the Rings?
I know who Gollum is, but I don't know.
He's the
Trixie Hobbitses.
Yeah.
That guy.
Is he telling you to do bad things?
He's constantly talking to himself, just like this kid who shot up the
My
school.
precious, talking about the ring.
Precious.
Yeah. Like, that's a good impression, man.
Thank you.
Yeah. So why do you want to be friends with somebody who just wants you to do bad things, to have somebody? Wouldn't you rather be alone than be with somebody who's telling you to do bad stuff? That's like being around a friend who's always getting you in trouble. Why would you want a friend like that?
Those guys are usually cool, though.
Because I
to be
have
fair.
no one.
Oh,
He's
oh,
really
man.
landed on thick. I got no one,
Got
man.
a tear coming to my eye now.
Yeah, who would have thought? We need the violins, E. We need the violins anytime he answers his questions. Would you rather be alone when somebody's telling you to do bad things? That's like being with a friend who's always getting you in trouble. Have no one. I guess we don't have violins. Okay.
There they are.
So you'd rather be in trouble than be lonely? No, I don't want to be in trouble. The bad voices just said. I don't have anyone else. Asked if did they tell you to buy an AR-15? Yeah. Was that helping you pick out? Was the voice helping you pick out the gun, or was it you helping? No, it was the voice. The voice told me to buy the AR-15. Voice suggested it, anyways. He actually said
Suggested
that.
it?
The voice suggested. He was really looking at a handgun or something. The voice was like, just kind of nodding him. You know what? Might want to take another gander at that AR-15. I'm telling you.
What was he thinking before the voice suggested?
It's a good-looking firearm.
What did you think if you didn't buy it? If you said, hey, I ain't buying these guns. They're too expensive. What do you think the voice would have done to you?
Too expensive. That's why he shouldn't have been buying the guns.
Yeah.
It's because the price.
Would the voice have stopped talking to you? No, it would probably tell me to hurt myself. This voice is a dick. The demon also picked out certain music to listen to. She's got him into like German metal music. Sad. Suicidal music. He wanted to see a psychologist, but the voice wouldn't let me. I wanted to get help, and the voice said no. I couldn't see a psychologist. He said he never prayed about the matter and advised that he doesn't believe in God, but still, well, there's something. I don't believe in God, though, but there's something out there. Okay, but if you believe in demons, do you believe in angels? Angels are the good ones. Demons are bad. When you say the word demon, do you think it's an evil spirit?
Oh, that was his conclusion, wasn't it?
So he's poking the bear now. I think you're full of shit, kid. I think you're making up the demon. I think you're using the demon as an excuse. I am not, I promise. I don't like the demon. 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 Just don't want to be alone with me. He said that, screamed, I don't like the demon 4 times. These damn demons, man.
Oh, man, why couldn't this kid have just taken one to the head?
The
Then we
demon wouldn't
have
let
to
him.
deal with this.
Demon did not let him. He wouldn't even let him go get therapy, Jay. You think he's going to let him take his own life? He wants him to hurt people. Demon's not going to shift gears. What we need is one of those old school drills. That's how you get demons out of head, right?
True.
I mean, if
Medieval
one...
times, man. Just drill a hole.
Yeah.
Let her out.
Yep, we got to get that demon out of there. It's making you do all bad things instead of helping people. Molly Tibbetts, missing girl. What did we say yesterday when we were talking about it? That rewards up to like $260,000 or something for her safe return. I got to tell you, man, I just am not. The more I see the father, it's like he's never had a kid kidnapped before. You know what I mean? He's saying things publicly, and I'm going, dude, you're reading the room wrong here, my friend. You know?
Yeah, that offer he put out the other day. It's ridiculous.
It was like, dude.
Turn yourself in.
Yeah. And put this behind you. Like,
face what you did.
Yep. And it's like,
take the consequences. Like, no.
Yeah.
Just let my daughter go. That's what you need to be screaming.
Yeah. To that person, you're probably very afraid. He's really making up his own backstory here. You're probably really afraid. This isn't probably a situation you anticipated. You don't know how to extricate yourself from this, but the best thing to do at this point is put an end to it. Do not escalate this. Do not miss out on one more day. Let Molly go and turn yourself in.
That's very FBI driven right there, right?
Yeah. But the whole
the whole escalation and all that screams FBI negotiator.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm sure everything he's saying is per what the police are telling him to say.
Let Molly go and turn yourself. Like, let Molly go. Okay, fine. What you've done to her is forgivable. I'm not even looking for you. Like, but the whole turn yourself in, like, no, thank you.
I know, that's like the deal breaker, right?
Yeah. Totally. Like if he was on the
I
news
was
going,
thinking about it until you got to that part.
Yeah.
Turn yourself in.
everything sounded fine. Like right now, I'm on the outside and I've got your girl. Letting her go, fine. We can discuss terms of that. But the whole turning myself in, what? No way. That's a deal breaker. Any criminal knows that. No criminal wants to turn themselves in.
Read that statement again.
The whole one?
Yeah.
Okay. He said that his daughter didn't just get up and walk away, so it's logical to assume she's been abducted.
Yeah. No, just the part where he orders the guy
To that
turn
person,
himself in.
probably very afraid.
Probably very afraid.
This isn't probably a situation you anticipated. You don't know how to extricate yourself from this, but the best thing to
See,
do...
it's like, we get it, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Could have happened to anybody. You thought it was going to go one way, it went another
you're
way.
tempted by my hot daughter. I get it.
Yeah.
Totally get it.
You know, she's wearing Manny's ass shorts all over town, and it's like, yeah, you wanted it, you know? And so now here we are. You're in this position. Who
Here
could have
we
seen this
are.
coming 2
Get
weeks
it.
later?
Totally get it.
Yeah, not your fault, pal. The best thing to do at this point, he's like, I'm listening. The best thing to do is put an end to this. All right? How do we do that? Easy. Do not escalate this. Do not miss out on one more day. Let Molly go and turn yourself in.
It's that last statement.
Yeah, it's the last line that's just like, he's probably like, he's probably got remote start on his car. He probably remote started the car and was grabbing Molly and making his way out the door when, when he was hearing this statement on the news. And it was like, and then turn yourself in. He was like, what?
Oh,
Whoa,
no.
whoa. Dude, what happened to all the fucking, we get it. It could happen to anyone.
Yeah.
You didn't, look at the bind we found ourselves in kind of thing. I thought it was like bygones being bygones and shit. What's this turn yourself in stuff? No.
Handcuffed back to the bedpost you are.
Yep, here you go. Prematurely took those ankle shackles off, Molly. Get back in here. Like, I think the play is to go and go, look, just wanted to say, whoever you are, it sucks that we're in this position. I know you don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But, look, we've had some community meetings. We've met with the local law enforcement and staties. We've all come to the conclusion that, you know what, bygones being bygones is the best play here. So, if you release Molly, just drop her off somewhere, we're going to turn the other cheek and let you go on with your life. We'll go on with ours. And that you're not going to get a better deal than that. That's
Pro
fair...
negotiators, Mike, will tell you that you never lie to the subject.
Bullshit.
Never lie to them. You're going to lose credibility.
Well, when they say stuff like, I want a getaway car and $2 million and all that
okay.
stuff.
We'll get you that.
But you're lying to them.
No, you're not. You're getting a getaway car. Now you're going to take them down to Chinatown once they come out the door.
Oh, so there's $2 million in the trunk, too, for
As
them?
long as the negotiation is still happening, you don't lie to them, Mike.
I think what you say is, we've got people on that. I'll give you an update soon, but we're working on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Man. Is there anything else in here? Yeah, Monday, and then they got that poor pig farmer, Wayne Chaney. And he's, they did interview him.
Dude, there's a thing about the name Wayne. I've brought this up before,
Yeah.
but there's a exorbitant number of
Waynes?
Of murderers with the name Wayne.
Really?
Yeah, whether
John
as a
Wayne
a
Gacy?
first name or middle name. Yeah, seriously, there was a study done.
Really?
Wayne shows up in an unbelievable number of murders.
No kidding.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm sure they're on
troubling.
top of that.
Well, I'm trying to think.
That's their probable cause right there. They
Yeah.
don't even need anything else.
Yeah.
Arrest him now.
You should arrest all the Waynes then.
Round them up.
I mean, I don't care. It's not my name.
Just start binging it. Wayne.
Kenny Wayne.
Address.
Kenny
Wayne.
Is it?
Middle, first, or last, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
Kenny Wayne Shepherd. And can you imagine he's on stage, just dragged off stage with his guitar? Get over here, Wayne. Trying to hide behind Kenny and Shepherd. Fuck you, Wayno. I'd love to see the names. John Wayne Gacy. John Wayne. Does John Wayne count? Does he kill
Wayne
people,
Smith.
right?
I'm trying to find my study right now.
Wayne Fontez would fall under that too.
It's Wayne Fonts. You're thinking of Len Fontez's
sorry.
brother. Pete.
I apologize.
So he's living in a trailer about 10 minutes from where she was. And so they find a red shirt. And this is kind of a disturbing detail to me, Jay, because they find a red shirt similar to Molly's daycare center uniform. It was found in a field near his house. Don't you think it would be really easy to know? Like, I don't care if they found a similar shirt. Did they find a shirt with her daycare logo on it, a
Right.
red one? Like, well, we just happened to find a red shirt here. We haven't bothered to check if it's the same one, but it's similar. So haul Wayne's ass in here.
By the way, it's called the Wayne theory.
Oh,
It's
okay.
out there.
What do they? Did they give
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
evidence that we should at least be thinking about rounding up all the Waynes?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Would you have anything that you can rattle off the top of your head there?
I can't. I'm clicking around.
Okay. So he's also, when they dragged Wayne in to give him some interviews, he starts laughing nervously in his interview. Not good, I would think, with a police interrogation. And he's like, I have no idea where Molly is. I suspect some guy has her. And he's kind of laughing.
Jeez.
And then they asked him if he would take a polygraph test. And so what is the answer if you don't want to give a polygraph test, right? What would you say? Like,
Say no would suffice.
just simple no, or
No.
what about I'm not comfortable with that? I'd feel better if I had a lawyer present. I've heard these things fail from time to time. Are they even admissible in court?
If you don't have a lawyer present, by the time they get to the point where they're asking you for a fucking polygraph, you're a moron.
You think Trailer Park Wayne is going to have a fucking top-end lawyer on hand?
No, he's not going to have a top-end one, but he can ask for a fucking lawyer, and they're going to have to
Court-ordered?
stop talking.
It's court-ordered. I'd rather handle it myself, thanks. So anyway, so the FBI says, would you take a polygraph? His answer is, I don't need to. It's stupid.
That works, too.
I mean, it technically, right? Like,
I
it's
mean,
just
it's-
another way of saying no, and it is stupid, at least to Wayne. I don't need to. It's stupid.
He doesn't need to. And they are arguably stupid.
Yeah. You know, he feels like I got nothing to hide. I'm a simple pig farmer. It's stupid. So, yeah.
I don't need to. It's stupid.
It's stupid.
Hey, does
Yeah.
your money work as hard as you do? You'll spend upwards of 45 years working to support your lifestyle, provide for your family, and set aside money for retirement. Do you know if you'll be able to retire on your terms? How could you know if you don't have a plan? Let Mark Leibovitz, our friend at LPL Financial, help to make sure your money is working as hard as you are. Call Mark today, 248-626-2000.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Shit, I totally forgot, dude.
It's time for This Day in History, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like killing time here, and then figured I'd shoot it over to you.
Killing time.
I figured
I'm just going to kill time on this dumb story about
Yeah.
the polygraph.
Well, I wanted to get to the punchline of it's stupid. It's
All right.
stu-
Well, we got there.
I
now.
don't really.
No, I totally forgot. I was just about to ship it off to you with some email because I know it's been piling up.
It's time for
But-
This Day in History.
Yeah,
We can handle email some other time.
Okay.
Well, I
It
mean,
is only this day once.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. So anyway, well, today is the day that Lynn Cox became the first to swim the Russia, U.S. to Russia across the Bering Strait. I don't know if you're familiar with this or not, but this is it. This is the
God, the
Bering-
Cox family. It's got to be a tough go, right? For the Cox family.
So this happened in what was it,
Bering
1987?
Strait by Lynn Cox. Okay.
Yeah.
Mike's brother.
So, so here's basically the deal: is that she was since a kid she was a really big swimmer.
I would hope so.
Set a lot of records. She set a record twice for breaking the speed record of the English Channel as a young girl.
What year was this? I'm sorry.
I think what was it? Shit. I didn't
Oh,
write the year.
Jesus.
80
You don't even know the year?
I know. I fucking made a mistake. I think it's 87. I fucking
Boy,
forgot
doesn't
to
it
type
look
it down here.
doesn't it look like the area of Shishfamarf would have some dynamite beaches? Look at this.
Isn't that incredible?
I mean, look at that.
Well, here's the thing
the way
about
the
this.
land
though.
just, yeah.
I will
I
tell
mean, that'd
you.
be a party on a sandbar if I've ever seen
That's
one, right?
interesting. I've never looked at that before.
Yeah.
87. I can't believe I didn't write that down. So I will say, if you look at
Wait,
this,
what was the question that you were answering?
87, 1987.
What was Jay's question? I didn't hear.
What year did this happen? 1987.
Okay.
So I will say, all she swam was between this island and this island.
Whoa! She's claiming credit for the whole Bering Sea
It's the Bering Strait.
or Bering Strait.
So it was only really 2.7 miles.
Well, why doesn't somebody just beat this? Like, why?
Well, no, I mean, people can have done it since, but no one had done it at the time. The thing was that it was a Cold War thing.
Oh, that's
the Cold
bullshit,
War was
dude.
still technically going on.
Has someone bothered to do this in like half the time she did? Because someone should. This is
maybe.
absurd.
It is.
She did it in 2 hours. It was 2 hours. What was it? 16 minutes.
So she
The
went from
water's
big
cold as-
diamede to little diamede, and she's claiming I swam the Bering Strait.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. This is right here is the line.
I don't know that we
essentially.
continue with this story. I don't want to give her the fucking Q rating.
That's a great point. This is ridiculous.
I don't want to up her Q. I mean, seriously. I'm sorry, Mrs. Cox, but this is not.
Well, it had to do with the Cold War and the fact that
Cold War, schmold war.
people were not allowed to do what she wanted to start doing in 1976 when she first wanted to start doing it.
Is that kind of where Sarah Palin stands when she sees Russia?
Probably.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Isn't this kind of like the cheating fucking Guinness World Record guy who just looks for shit like, has anybody ate 1,000 jelly beans in a city?
Oh, I've got the Guinness Book of
yeah,
World
but
Records.
give me another plaque. I did it.
You guys are wrong because this was the main, in her mind anyway. Again, there was the Cold War was still happening, and people were not able to just go like before.
Well, then swim from fucking Wales, Alaska to Diomede Island or something.
That's like 55 miles.
Well, then don't claim you swam the Bering Strait then if you're not going to do that.
Well.
So what did she do? She went from Diomede Island to what?
To Big Diomede. Little Diomede to Big.
I'm not even
vice
kidding.
versa.
We've had some generous listeners. If we could get someone to donate airline miles, I'm willing to send E to Domicile
to doggy
Island
paddle his way.
and fucking go, dude. Your only job is to go there and swim that 2 miles.
Jesus.
Dude, the water
You're going
is
so
cold
what?
as
We'll
hell.
put you in a wetsuit, man.
Yeah, you can cap up to protect your hair.
Mike and I
too.
will go along in a dinghy next to you. Make sure
Yeah.
you're okay.
Sure.
yes.
You're, okay. You know what? You're right. If you give me up, I've always wanted to go to. It's like one of my dreams to go to Alaska. So you're right. If we fly up to Alaska,
Well, you're not going to be sightseeing. You're in and out. You're in and out. You're going from
Business trip, dude.
This is a work trip. Act
Flying
like a
to
pro.
Anchorage.
You're going from
still gonna-
small aisle to big
But I'm
aisle,
still
and
gonna-
then you are back at the airport.
well, I'm still gonna see Anchorage, and I'm still gonna drive from Anchorage to this place.
Whatever.
So she had tried. She wanted to bring the countries together, though. She just wanted to show people that hey, these countries are close enough together that we should be seeing each other.
There's
and bring-
nothing like swimming 2.7 miles to bring two warring countries together.
Yeah.
And it did do that. It did.
No, it didn't.
Gorbachev, I believe, referenced
Who?
it.
Who?
Gorbachev? I don't know.
Yeah, Gorbachev.
He
President
referenced it.
Gorbachev.
He referenced her when we finally met up at the White House and signed like a treaty or whatever.
I like Gorbachev, but I prefer Redman.
Yeah.
Or,
yeah.
maybe Kodiak.
Sure.
Gorbachev's all right.
It's not bad. I mean, if you're going with pouch tobacco,
Well, his quote was,
Gorbachev is the best.
last summer, it took one brave American by the name of Lynn Cox just 2 hours to swim from our countries to another. We saw it on television, and that how sincere and friendly she was, and it just showed that people, how close our people live together. And
So
yet
it took
they
her
were
2
fighting.
hours to do that?
Yeah.
She swims 1 mile an hour. All right, so
No, she's
are
in
you
the
telling me-
regular fucking dude. She is in the dude, cold as shit. The water's below
I
freezing.
don't care. She's
and
got a
it's in the
wetsuit,
open water.
right?
You
Did you
couldn't
just-
even swim a quarter mile
Jesus,
in that.
hold
You
on.
water.
don't know that.
Yes, I do.
I've never tried it. You
I
don't know
do
that.
know it
You
for a
can't say
fact.
that.
Did you just say that Big Diomede Island is Russia and Little is U.S.?
I didn't say which one.
Well,
is
what did Gorbachev say about it? He said from our country to the other, or what?
Well, what his actual quote was when she what does it say? She proved courage. She proved courage.
Okay, it's cold. All right. I
By
guess.
her courage, how
Whatever.
close each of our peoples
Her
live.
nips were probably just like, bow.
Pow. Bam.
Gorbachev's like, holy fuck. All right.
Well, actually, she was kind of a larger woman.
Hold on, I want to know what country is what. Is Big Diomede actually Russia and Little is the U.S.? That's
Yeah,
kind
is
of
that a US
remarkable,
property?
man.
This is where the line is. When we bought Alaska when was it? When we got Alaska in 1867, the line goes right like this, like
right between them.
right between these two islands.
Okay. Now, I want to know who threw that in at the end. You know what I mean? Like, you know what? I want big, and they're like, no, we'll give you little, but we're not going big.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, here's
dude, just-
Alaska if you look. and
don't you
there's-
think that one country should own both of those? They're
Yes.
goddamn 2 miles apart, man.
Yeah.
Well, they don't.
So she literally did swim from the U.S. to Russia.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, that's
It was a
It's
big deal at
better.
the time, actually. Like,
do you have an updated passport? Do we need a passport for
I
you to
have a
swim
passport, but
this? Do you know if you need a passport like
I don't
halfway
know.
through? Is there a security check halfway
I don't
through?
know. But I will say that she sent several letters
gets
to
caught
the
up in
Russian
customs
government trying
in
to
the
like
middle
get
of
He'll check his butt halfway through.
He's in the middle of the Bering Strait getting frisked in
Got
the water.
a TSA agent just checking his butt.
He's got to swim under that fucking X-ray machine, and there's some gloved individual just ripping through his ass. He's like, dude, we literally are the slowest port of entry on the planet. Like, no one. This is our first opportunity to finger a guy's butthole and make sure there's
I
nothing in
actually
there.
think people it's a regular thing now to swim this back because it's like the nature of I'm swimming across, between U.S. and Russia or something. So I think that it's not that uncommon anymore for people to do it.
Isis, you better know that for sure, because if the three of us get there and we start your swim, and all of a sudden, and I find that there's a passport check in the middle of that water, and you're not prepared.
I didn't say there wasn't a passport check, but what I said is it's not that no one's done it.
Can you imagine he gets turned around halfway through because he doesn't have proper paperwork to come into Russia?
Got it tucked in his bathing cap.
I got it here somewhere. All right, well, I don't know. We're going to have to check your butthole either way.
All right, E, what else do we have on the Diomede Islands here?
I don't have much on the islands, I suppose, but I will say that
Are there puffins living on those islands? I bet there are.
There are Inuits
Probably.
living on the island.
Inuits, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
What's an Inuit?
Just a native.
A native.
Indian, I guess. So Eskimo, I guess. I don't know.
Whoa, E, that's kind of
Outmoded.
Yeah. You call the Inuits Eskimos.
Are
They live in igloos too,
I don't know,
E?
dude. Like tribal assholes out there, Indians or Eskimos.
So
whatever.
I will say that she had started to try to do this since 1976 and messaged Russia and people in America several times to get permission because she didn't know what would happen. And even up until the last 24 hours, she had not officially gotten the okay. She saved
So
the money.
brave. So brave.
And once she finally
It's
did
cold.
get the okay, she was going to have her, as I saw in the one picture, she did have her team with her.
Yeah, I am a visual learner, so if we could get a picture
Yeah, I
of
want to
that.
see what she looks like.
Where did that go?
Do you have any nude videos of her? Or anything?
No,
Can we get one with nips extended in the Bering
Yeah,
Strait?
which there's no way they wouldn't be, right?
I don't
She
know
wearing a
where
hot bikini or something, Isis?
No, I don't know where that image
Oh, you mentioned she's a larger woman, right?
I mean, nips.
Well,
by
no, what I was
themselves
going to
will
say,
pop.
though,
if you just they'll pop. Imagine you jumping in the Bering Strait.
well, she did not wear a.
Holy
She did
shit,
not wear.
rock.
She only wore her bathing suit cap, so she did not wear a swim.
She went nude?
Well, no, but she did not wear a swim like a wetsuit or anything.
Really? Was she all greased up and everything?
No, she just
No,
got in the water and
just-
started swimming.
Wow.
But no, what happened was she had her team still with her, the doctors, but no one had done this in so long because of Russia and because of the Russia USA thing.
The situation.
That she needed the.
Well,
she
Gorbachev wasn't playing ball at the time.
And she
So
needed
the whole
she
situation.
needed one of these local men in an old school canoe to actually take her the journey. But they got so excited the night before because the night before is when they said, okay, we can do this. Russia's not gonna like shoot you or something.
Right.
That I think they celebrated a little too much and slept in.
Oh, boy. So
And-
she had no escort? No Inuit escort?
they were a little hungover the
Wow.
next day. I
Show
guess.
that picture again, E, on the screen. Isn't it awesome when you see like old school reporters? Like,
Oh,
look
this
at what
one?
this.
Oh,
The
sorry.
picture you just had up. I just wanted people watching us to be
Okay.
able to see it. I mean, look at what this guy's lugging around. This massive cassette deck with wires.
Oh, is that
I'm
what that
like,
is?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, he's in his overcoat and has his coat and tie on and
coat and
everything.
tie. It's a bit chilly. We've heard in the area. So
I'll only say this because you asked, because I did mention about her being a larger woman, because she did a lot. She's known as one of the better, like, open land
Can
swimmers
we get some
ever.
stats? Yeah, what are we talking here?
Like I said, as I said, she twice did a record for the English Channel in 72 and 73. But what I'm going to say is they say that she had an unusual natural buoyancy. Her body density is the same as seawater. So Cox had been
What?
told her proportion
That's cheating.
of fat to muscle is perfectly balanced, so she did not float or sink in the water.
She's like a sea lion.
wait, she won't float or sink?
Yeah, she just has this. She's like a boat.
You
or
can't have
something
it both
like-
ways.
She's sort of like a cork.
Wait,
You know? Sort of
That's what
floating,
it said.
but
Her
it's also-
proportion of fat to muscle is was perfectly balanced.
Hold on.
So she does not float or sink in the water.
Float nor sink.
That's
Just-
not possible,
So she's
dude.
just like, what, 6 inches below the water if she just lays there? I mean,
Yeah,
No, I mean,
floating
she-
6 inches below the water.
but you're not floating atop, right? You're just kind of.
Well, no, but she's swimming. It just helped her in these
I
swims.
understand.
I
That's just a
suppose.
weird statement. I agree with Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
That was a quote, though, from
one
an
or the
article.
other.
From some guy. Some guy said it.
Yeah.
And-
Found it on
and-
Wikipedia.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, have you thought about that before you said it? Did you think about what you were about to say? Like, you can neither float nor sink in water, and go, boy, that doesn't sound possible. I'm going to bing
Well, I mean,
that
well,
to see if
it
is
was
it
said
possible
about
to be,
her. It was
to
in an
be
article.
buoyant enough that you can
Yes,
neither
it is
sink
because
nor,
she had that.
according to someone else. I'd
Anyway,
say she's floating quite well right there. Why are they stabbing her with that spear?
I don't know what's going
Are
on
they
there.
pulling her? My God, are they
No,
pulling her?
no.
if she's
If I find
she's being dragged across these islands.
She did say she was several times very worried. She didn't know about her limbs were turning blue.
Oh.
She couldn't feel her legs,
Well,
but
pick up
she
the
had to keep
pace.
pushing.
You're going 1 mile an hour.
And
Speed it up. It'll be over in
a
no
true
time.
hero way. She they wanted her science team wanted her to go and cut a little bit. That would have been an easier thing towards these cliffs, but it would have been a shorter term. But Russians had set up this welcome thing over here, and she said if she didn't swim to the welcome thing, if she didn't touch another hand of a Russian, then what she had done would have been for naught. So
Great point.
Did Gorbachev meet her there at the finish line?
No, he did not.
He did not. Wow.
But there was Russian people there.
Was Ron Reagan around? Was he on the American side? Like waving at Gorbachev from across the water?
I don't think so.
No. Well, yes.
Interesting, Isis. Thank you,
Not bad.
Professor.
Not bad. Boy, it wouldn't see. Just looking at that lady, you wouldn't think she'd be cooking in the water. You know what I mean? You wouldn't.
Why not the
fish like-
wetsuit? I guess is kind of like my
I mean,
just pride. Like I'm tough. Like
I guess she just said something. How she just never did it. She didn't use it. It didn't seem. And maybe that goes back to her, natural proportion of fat to muscle. I mean, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
no, she just wanted to be able to say it's remarkable. Like I
Yeah,
overcame
maybe.
this remarkable physical challenge. Because otherwise, it's like, yeah, she fucking swam 2 miles.
Yeah.
1 mile an hour.
Yeah.
She did say it was the water.
Because if she wasn't like bare in a bathing suit, if she was in a wetsuit, you'd be like, what is wrong with you, woman?
Yeah.
Why does it take you that long to
Yeah.
swim that
Well,
distance?
the water
But now
was terrible. It's open water,
that's
too, though.
Jesus. But that's what I'm saying. You throw her in a wetsuit, and she's got all sorts of excuses. This way, or no excuses. This way, she does have excuses by
Yeah.
saying, well, I was only in a bathing suit.
her quote was, "I wanted to open the border so we could become friends." Says Scott.
We got it.
So she's claiming victory.
ending the war. Can you pull that picture over? Who is the skater that she's obviously a fan of here?
Dorothy Hamill.
Dorothy Hamill, yeah. You can tell by her hairstyle. She's a huge Dorothy Hamill fan.
The ham alien type
Hairstyle.
haircut for sure.
Yeah,
that was
absolutely.
big. Not in '87 though. She
Yeah.
was maybe a decade back. Was that more of a 1981 look?
Yeah,
or
she's hanging on to it. She really liked the style. You know, what are you gonna do?
Save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
Very good. Yeah, it'd be fun tomorrow with J. Chris Newberg coming in. He's going to be at Ridley's Comedy Castle. Do you have that sheet there, Jay? Maybe I can plug it one more second.
I don't.
Okay, that's okay. We'll do it next time.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday of this week. So
Yeah, I can't remember the number, but go to comedycastle.com. You can get tickets. It's a great show. He's promoting his new album, which is doing really well. It's been spent 10 weeks on the comedy charts. Was #1 for weeks. And
isn't giving out the website probably the better route than giving a phone number at this point?
You know what? I'll be honest
This
with you.
day
I
and
like
age?
calling. I like calling and reserving tickets and a table.
I think you're
yeah.
big time in the minority.
Maybe I am.
I would
Maybe I am.
agree. Only
I was willing to
because
get
at Ridley's
both,
now.
though.
Well, at Ridley's now,
Yeah.
you can go pick your seat online.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just
And what's
which
that
is just
website again? Isis?
comedycastle.com.
Yeah, there you go. Comedycastle.com.
You should go there too because they've got a picture of J. Chris Newberg on there, and he's given a real kind of.
It's a blue steel look.
Ooh, it's a very blue steel look.
Steel vagina.
Look
Look
at
that, dude.
Wow. Oof. He's got a gruff look.
Yeah, and you can
take
you
no
can-
prisoners look.
I think you can watch some video of him and stuff, and like Isis said, pick out your table. So
There you go. All right, we'll see you tomorrow with J. Chris.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.